I'm going to do the best I can to keep this video short, but what you're looking at right now is a camera that is using infrared night vision. And we just installed these cameras about 2 weeks ago on the side of our house. This one's on the side of our house. Others are in the back and the front. So you can see here the date is September 29th, has the day and then the month. And the time, this is 3:54 in the morning, so it's nighttime. And this is a cobweb that was built by a spider right in front of the camera lens. So notice it's not moving, so it is calm out, and there's no rain or anything like that going on. So I just wanted to explain that to you. There are 4 quadrants, so we have the upper left camera, which is the side of our house, and then we'll have 3 more cameras appear as the video goes on. At the bottom you can see a timeline of the evening, and right now we're set at this area right here, which is 3:50, almost 3:54 in the morning. And there's another camera about to come on, and you can see here a third camera will come on, and then there's actually a fourth that's on a few times in here. But this is the time frame that we really want to look at, is between 3 in the morning and 6:30 in the morning. And check out the activity. It's just very, very interesting. Now, let me just go ahead and start this, and we'll see what happens. So now you can see the cobweb is moving. So this is live, and I believe I have this camera at the time set for about 8 frames per second, and it is HD resolution. I believe it's 1040i or 1040p. Now notice over here, this one just came on. This camera is actually close by this camera. It's just facing the opposite direction. So this is facing towards the front of the house on the side. This is facing towards the back of the house. And you'll see these little things flying around. Some people refer to those as orbs. Some people refer to them as us just being crazy. So that's kind of what this video is about, and things are going to get much more interesting here in a minute. And again, you can see this one shows the camera backyard, and again the time and day shown right here, the 29th of September at 3:54 in the morning. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move this forward a little bit to where there is another trigger event that occurs. I'm going to spread this timeline out a little bit, make it a little easier to do that. And let's just move this over to 3:57. And there'll be another trigger event that will happen on the same camera. And you can see there's a little bit more activity and quite a few. And notice they're kind of coming out of nowhere, right out of the middle of the yard. And they're going upwards, they're going sideways. And this camera over here on the left, which is only a couple feet away from this camera, facing the other direction, there's not much going on. You can see there is a little bit of a slight breeze, I guess you would call it. Doesn't take much to move a cobweb. But notice the leaves in the tree here, they're not moving at all. So it's very still outside. There's some more leaves down here. And you can see these orbs are, well, I'm going to call them orbs just because we don't know what the heck they are, and we welcome any comments that will help us better understand this. But now you're seeing a few over in this area too. Okay, so what we'll do next is move forward, and we get another camera come on. Let me just move this down. And this camera is actually next to the camera up above. So if you were to move from the left side of the backyard and go further to the right, you would end up coming across here. So I couldn't get them positioned so that you could see it in that order. So you're going to see this one down below. But you can see now there's a lot of activity on the left side of this area of the backyard. And I'm going to put the timeline back up here so we can see what's going on again. And what happens around 4:30, I'll just kind of skip here a little bit. 4 o'clock, let's go 4:15. You can see it's just kind of random. But there's a lot of them going on. So it's really an interesting thing. And my wife is going to go to work here pretty soon. That's what happens here. This is my front door, our front door. And there you can see my wife is walking out to the car. Notice out in the front of the house, which this camera is pointing the same direction, but this is actually at the front door area in the driveway. It's not raining. The wind's not blowing. Again, you can see some of the plants here. They're not moving at all. And there's really nothing going on out there. It's calm. There's no fog, which some people said this is fog or dust back here, but it doesn't make a bit of sense if it's only going on in the backyard and not in the front. Okay, so let's get the timeline back up here. And let's move along a little bit further. There goes a car driving by in the front. And at about 4, I wanted to show you at 4:19, right in here. Before my wife goes outside, she lets the dog out back. And there you can see. Now, if it was rain or something, or a crazy wind blowing, don't you think he would react differently? And now you can see him walk across the yard. So he's going to appear out here. There he goes. And he's going to walk around the tree. And he's kind of oblivious. So people that say, oh, well, dogs can probably see infrared or things that we can't, I really don't think he can. Although they have a good sense of smell and everything, and hearing, I don't think they can see any better than we can. Because these orbs are just moving around, and the dog doesn't even seem to notice them. The question we have, or one question we have about them is, we see them at nighttime. We don't really see them in the daytime, but we're not sure that this isn't occurring in the daytime too. And here he comes walking around, you know, just oblivious to what's going on there. So that was kind of an interesting thing too, because people all have their different theories about what the heck is going on here. So let's move on, and I'm going to get the timeline back up here. And let's see. And watch what happens right after, and that's in this area here, right after my wife leaves. And you can see there's her car with the lights on. And she's going to drive away, hopefully, drive away. Almost on command. But watch what the orbs have chilled out a little bit. And as she drives away, they tend to pick up for some reason. I don't know why, just maybe a coincidence or whatever. And I am collecting more data, or we're both, and we have a lot of other stuff too, but like I said, I don't want to belabor this. I just want to get this out there so people can see it, because I really haven't been able to find anything like this on the internet or talking to friends. Nothing. Everybody just thinks we're crazy. We're literally loony to we need a priest, or we need to smudge our house, or we need an exorcism or something like that. So we're not really sure what's going on. But notice the activity now, that it's really picking up, and kind of interesting. I'm going to shrink my timeline back down so that we can see this whole time period now. Let me just scoot over here a bit, and you can see right in here between somewhere around 3:30 maybe and 6:30 in the morning is where all this activity is occurring. So I'm just going to spread this out a little bit again and just bump along here to maybe show you a little bit in between. And literally it's like a blizzard, and there is a lot of activity on the side of the house now, but the front hasn't even been activated. So the front camera has not come on because there's nothing going on out there to trigger that event. Actually, it comes on right here, so I'll move forward to that point, and we'll see what happens to trigger it to come on there. Let's see, zoom this out or spread the timeline out a bit. It should be coming on any second, so I'll just go ahead and move this out of the way, move the timeline, and we'll see what happens. Oh, a car drove by. But notice, there's nothing going on out front. It's crazy out back. It's like a blizzard. And you can see it's not raining, it's clear, there's no wind blowing. Notice the cobweb, it's still barely moving, nothing like all this other stuff. Think about it. If the wind was blowing that hard out here, I'm sure that cobweb might be gone by now. Okay, back to the console. I'm going to move forward just a little bit more so we can kind of see what happens here as we go along. You can see it's calming down and it's picking up again and sideways, and there goes another car turning the front camera on. And then it's going to start getting lighter. And a lot of what you see might look like moisture on the ground, but it's really just the discoloration in the concrete because it's kind of an old slab that's sitting out back there. You can see calming down. Now, what we don't know again is it calming down because it's getting close to morning and daylight time, or is it really not calming down? Is it just that we can't see them anymore? So I'm moving along. You can see it's getting lighter out, and I'll just go to, let's see, 7 o'clock, I think, somewhere in here. The color will come on. Yeah, there you go. So now we have the color on, and you can see it's still 6:30, so it is kind of dark, but there's enough light to get color. And I'm going to move a little bit forward here just so you can see all these cameras on at the same time. So around 7 o'clock, we actually have all the cameras on, and I'll kind of end with that just to show you. There's my dog out there again. So I'll pause that, move this out of the way, and you can see actually a little bit of moisture over here from condensation that dripped off of the trash cans during the night. But it's completely dry. Dry out front, dry on the side, dry on the back, except for where sprinklers ran. You know, you might have a little bit of water here and there in the grass area, but that's it. So we welcome any comments, and we're hoping to find some good news. Somebody that understands this better than we do. So thank you, and thanks for watching.